prefrontal, frontal, parietal, and even temporal lobe. Yung mga, its different horns are located in your within your different lobes of the brain. Now, from the lateral ventricle, via the interventricular foramen of Monro, it would go into your third ventricle, which is located between the two between the two thalami. From the third ventricle, it would go into the fourth, which hindi na makita dito, via your cerebral aqueduct. So, yung magandang, ewan kung makakita tayo. Anyway, you've seen that already in the previous practical, the fourth ventricle. Okay? Now, what about the inferior surface of the brain? What do you see in the inferior surface of the parts? This is, wakwak naman. This is the inferior surface of the frontal lobe. This is the inferior surface of the temporal. And this is you cannot see the occipital lobe with the cerebellum in toto because natatakpan niya. Okay? Now, what are the parts of the frontal lobe? Ito rin, wakwak. This is your olfactory bulb. Okay? Remember, I told you before that this part of the brain occupies the anterior cranial fossa. This part of the brain occupies the middle cranial fossa, while this occupies the posterior cranial fossa. Your brainstem rests on your clivus, and then the foramen magnum baba, dun dadaan yung spinal cord. Dun magi-exit. Okay, what are the parts that you see? In the inferior surface of the frontal lobe, you can see the olfactory bulb, which is the site of termination of your olfactory rootlets passing through the cribriform plate of the ethmoid. Diba? Now, medial to the olfactory bulb is the gyrus rectus, while lateral to it is this very bigger area of the frontal lobe, which is the orbital gyri. Extension siya ng pars orbitalis. Can you get a skull?